Hello, my name's Ann Pickard and I'm going to show you how to make these two little dogs, a little toy dog and then one that looks a little bit like a kind of Westie with a fluffy coat in white as well. Now to make these models you only need a few things. You need some sugar paste, and I've got some teddy bear brown sugar paste, some white and some chocolate brown. You need a modelling tool. This is a PME number 9 tool. It's a pointed cone tool, very useful. I use all my modelling I do with that tool. Some cocktail sticks, some black paste colour, and then you also need a paintbrush and a little bit of sugar glue or water just to stick your bits together. Most importantly, you need this. This is my unique guide to sizes, and you'll find this in all my books and DVDs. And because of this little chart, the guide to sizes, you can get all your models in proportion. Let me show you how it works. If you're making a little brown dog, and I say to you that each foot is size F, you hold a ball of icing over circle F, and if it roughly fits, it's the right size. Put one down on your table. Make 3 more the same size, so you've got 4 identical feet. And of course, if you want to make a larger dog or a smaller one, just go down 1 or 2 circles or up 1 or 2 circles for each part, and it will still be in proportion. So there you have your 4 little feet in a square. Now we want a body, and the body is a size B. Make that body into a short sausage shape. So that's the shape for your body. Pop it on top of your feet and press down firmly on the corners and they will stick by themselves. He picks up his feet. Now you need to make a little dent there. That's really important that you make that dent, because it means when you stick the head on your dog, he's looking up at you. Whereas if you don't make that dent, he's looking along the cake or the board and he's not looking at you, and it doesn't look as good. Now we need a head, and the head is size D. Hold your ball over circle D. It is indeed the right size. At this stage I'm going to brush on a little bit of sugar glue or water, just there where I made that dent. And I'm going to shape my head to a very slight cone. And the way that I make a cone, let me show you. Ball of icing. Put your hands on top of each other so they match. And close one side. So I'm closing the side where my thumbs are. Roll backwards and forwards, and it will make a cone shape. Put the head on, very slightly pointing to one side because it looks more interesting that way. Now we're going to do 2 little ears. These are going to be ears like little spaniel's ears. They're going to be long floppy ears. Ball of icing size G. Shape it into a long cone shape. Squash. There's 1. There's 2. Pop down there. Pop there. And then to do his nose, you don't just stick a ball of icing on the front of his face like that, because it would roll off, it will fall off. You make a hole, you make a teardrop shape, and you pop that teardrop shape into the hole, and there he has his little nose. And to finish him off, he has a few little whiskers, which are done with a clean, new cocktail stick. And then using a cocktail stick, you mark his eyes, long eyes, little eyebrows, and finally he needs a little tail, so you make a hole for that tail. Then you make a long pointy shape, cone shape, point it both ends. Put half of one in, leave the other half sticking out, and you have your basic little toy dog shape. Well, now you've made your first basic little dog like this, I want to show you how easy it is to adapt that into a type of breed of dog. So I'm going to follow exactly the same steps, but just very slightly change the shapes. So we're doing our feet, 4 feet size F. Use the guide to sizes. Put them in a square. The body, sausage shape. But because I want to make a little kind of Westie sort of dog, little squared shaped body, I'm going to make the body, and then I'm very slightly going to give it corners, make it a bit square, a bit chunkier. Pop it down on those feet, squash down on the corners, and do remember to make that dent. a little bit of sugar glue or water. If you want to make sugar glue, all you need to do is put some little balls of this into a cup, cover it with water and microwave it till it melts, and you've got a little glue there that will last for about 24 hours. Now for the head, same shape as the other dog's head, but square it again. So I flattened the top and I've made the sides a little bit straighter, and there you've got a little chunky square head. For his tail, the same method, hole, pointy shape both ends, put half in, leave half out. Now this little dog has got slightly different shaped ears. This has got ears like most real dogs have, and you do them by making an oval shape, squashing it, putting them on so most of the ear is pointing upwards, which looks silly at the moment, but you wait a minute and when I push them down, they will look right. Bend them downwards and there you have the little ears. He has a hole for his nose, and you can either put in a black or a brown nose, whichever you prefer. Teardrop shape, point goes into the hole, and then you practically finished your little dog. I'm going to give him some eyes, and then because I want him to look like he's fluffy, I'm going to take a cocktail stick and I'm going to sort of gouge him, poor little thing, his skin, pull it outwards, all the way around the side, do the same thing. There we are, don't go too near the eyes because you might distort them, a little bit on the ears, and don't forget his little whiskers. And there you have two little dogs. Now if you look at these, I've got some different varieties of dogs here. This little one in the middle, I've mixed together a brown colour and a grey and a black, all marbled, and he's a little Yorkshire Terrier. These dogs, these larger dogs, slightly more difficult to do, but once you learn how to make your basic dog, you can go ahead and using the instructions in my books or DVDs, you can make all of these.